Well, hello and welcome back once again to another episode of JJ's PC Builds. This is JJ right here with you once again. We're going to get the B-roll started, so don't go anywhere. Don't touch your dial. We got more for you right here on JJ's PC Builds. Benchmarking. All right, and welcome back from that B-roll. Okay, I went and did some benchmarking. I know on my previous videos I did benchmarking for the Ryzen 5 5600G, so you can look back through and see what the benchmarkings on those are. But the thing is this, we're still using the same processor, but now I got a discrete graphics card and I'm running it with, guess what? The Ryzen 5 5600G. So I'm going to be using, like I've been showing in previous videos, my new graphics card, which I'm loving to death right now. I know everybody don't love it, but you know what? I'm loving it. So if I'm loving it, you know you're going to love it. But anyway, it depends on how you want to use it. I know how I use it, but it works great for me. So let's see. We got some benchmarks for you. We did some 3D Mark benchmarks. Let's just go right there. Let's go ahead and flip the screen a little bit so that way y'all can see. I'm going to go ahead and show you these benchmarks.
Damn!
And here we go. Here's Time Spy. Just to let y'all know, I did. These are today's benchmarkings. These are not yesterday's or last week's. These are today's benchmarking. I got a good score of 5188, GPU score or CPU score of 7811, graphics score of 4898. That's not too bad for what I have right here. I've seen some of the benchmarks on some of the other people's stuff that they do for Time Spy, and it ain't no better than what I got right here. So I know if I'm getting good, where their benchmarking is, I know I'm getting if their benchmarking showing good, I'm getting just as good because my numbers look that good. So, but we're going to go over here to Firestrike. And, this is Time Spy. Now we're going to go to Firestrike and show you Firestrike. Look, whopping 13,540. I'm still in the good. Graphics score is 15,625. Physics score 22,551. Combined score of 5208. So that is really good for Firestrike, and I think I mean, how can I beat it with the system I got that's only around $700? I mean, you can't shake a stick with this, All right, we're gonna flip over to Night Raid. We're gonna look at Night Raid. Night Raid, I got a total score of 38,187. The graphics score was 63,857. CPU score is 11,650. So you can see got a really good score on Night Raid. This all today's testings. I posted them here for you. I didn't want to take you through the scene by scene by scene by scene like I did with the 5600G, the Ryzen 5 5600G was because it made the video a little too long. I wanted to shorten up the video a little bit for you. But now I got some, if you play on Second Life, here's some Second Life benchmarking for you. This I have done, constructed, and put together myself to let you know. Alright, running the RX 6500 XT By itself, without the iGPU, I got an FPS of 437. It's a it's above about 42%, I think, and from the iGPU. So I'm getting 42% higher from the iGPU. Now the 5600G iGPU, I was getting 256 FPS, giving me a markup of about 23%. The baseline, I was basing it off of 200 FPS margin. So we tried the AMD Crossfire iGPU and discrete graphics card combined and got a FPS of 202. That only gave us a 2% markup. So the AMD Crossfire didn't work out so good for the iGPU and discrete graphics card combined. So I think it was just best to use the RX 6500 XT by itself, getting a whopping 437 FPS. Now, looking at the power draw, this is from stock, and this is not overclocked. This is straight from stock. Nothing's overclocked. Now, understand that the power draw that I was getting from the RX 6500 XT was around 51. I put C because that's pretty much what it was. I was getting around, well, yeah, I would say 51 watts, and it was about maybe 56 degrees. It wasn't that bad. So, but this is TDP. I marked it wrong, and I do apologize. The 5600G, I was getting around 53 watts, and the AMD Crossfire concoction I put together, I got around 64 watts. And that was like a split between the two. So the power draw between the two, I was getting maybe about 34 on one and maybe about 47 on the other between the split power draws. Somewhere in an average about that, but the max amount you can pull off of the 5600G iGPU is 65 watts. So I've had that up before, about 65 watts. But the RX 6500 XT, it pulls up to the max of 104 watts. So just to let y'all know that, and that's how that runs. So we'll go ahead and clear out of these, and we'll clear out of that. Okay, so now it comes down to it. I'm going to say this. I'm going to go ahead and pull this over here for you. I'm doing everything real time. So we're going to go ahead and go up on Amazon. Just do some Amazon looking, and so you guys can see what the deal is. Everybody's telling me that, the 6500 XT, is not a good card. I'm trying to figure out why. Okay. They got it for $169. This is the Quick 210, but I got the MSI. I got the MSI one. This looks like, yep, this is it right here. I got this one for $183. I think this was a better deal to me. You guys can, if you want the $169, that's fine, but this is the $183. I would go with that one. Because to me, I think it's a better deal. You can get it for $159 if you want to keep going down in price, but the overclock version, like you can get it for $179 here for a gigabyte. Power color, get it from $169, but it's not the OC version. They got the Sapphire, and so on and so on. Okay, but now MSRP for this card was supposed to be $200 MSRP. So this is below MSRP by maybe 2 or 3%. So it's at $184. So that's not a bad deal right there. Just to let y'all know, it's not a bad deal for this price, and this is the card I'm using right here. And looks like out of 89, you get almost a 5-star. So 89 people are using it, and they're giving almost a 5-star to it. So it looks like it's a really good deal. You know, I mean, or you can get an Eagle, for 169. They got it marked. They had it marked up as 229. I would imagine they had the MSI marked up as 229 as well. See, they got the SFX Speedster, and it's marked at 199. So they got it 169. So 183 right here on the MSI is a good deal. Just to let you know that I think it's a good deal. I don't see Asus with I don't see an Asus one. That's the thing. Look at this 5600 XT. Okay, 5600 XT. What? Because it's got 6 gigabytes of GDR6? They want $500 for this. $500 for this. This right here. What? Because it's got 192-bit. It's still GDDR6. It's still got the two display ports. One's HDMI, one's DisplayPort. It still has the same thing as the 6500, but they're saying the boost clock 1620, and the boost clock on mine is going up around 2800 megahertz. So it's clocked out, and let me look at my notes. It has, ouch. It has clocked out at 2966 megahertz. 2966 megahertz. The GPU clocked out at. And the memory clocked out at 2312 megahertz. And the voltage was at 1200 millivolts. The temperature stayed at around 50 degrees Celsius, and the junction temperature was up around 54 degrees Celsius, but that's with the fan speed at about 85%. So just to let you know that. But just to give you a good idea of what's going on over here. I know I said in previous video that was my final testing of the 6500 XT, but I felt that I needed to touch a little bit of base on some more testing, because I don't think I did enough testing. So I really want to do a little bit more testing on this to see how far I can push it. Not run it at stock levels. I want to see how far I can push it to the limit, so that see how hot it gets, and what the deal is. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and conclude it right here. So if you like my videos, make sure you like and subscribe. We need 1,000 subscribers, and we need 4,000 watch hours to be a monetized channel. We're trying to work hard for you to get the channel monetized, and I want to thank all the new subscribers. Welcome once again to the JJPC family. And we're going to keep trying to make the best videos we can. I'm going to have more videos coming up soon. Maybe I'm going to have another one about the, what was it? I don't know. But I'll tell you what. I'll just keep you in suspense. You'd have to wait until the next video. But anyway, this is JJ, your boy. We will see you on the next one. Have a great day and have a great holiday.